Notes means nothing until someone lives in them. On that note, we are asking, do designers make stars? You can also be a part of this conversation by getting on our social media platform. Facebook is SlayersTV, Instagram, Twitter is SlayersTV GH. My name is Maud Ade. Let's take a break.
For one night only, Ghana is going to come alive for an evening of fashion and music. On Saturday, the 31st of August, 1957, GNet Services and the Office of Diaspora Affairs presents Rhythm on the Runway, the Year of Return edition. Come experience exquisite fashion and music with designs from with performances from the legendary Pat Thomas, Rex Omar, Stoneboy, David Bolton, Steve Beatty, Episode, Joe Metal, Trigmatic, Obrafour, and comedy from DKB. Hosted by the multi-award-winning Nanaba Namwa and Nathaniel Atto. Saturday, 31st August at the Osu Castle. Red carpet starts at 7 p.m. and the main show at 8 p.m. Brought to you in association with the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Arts, African Region Hotel, South African Tourism, Maybelline, New York, the World Trade Center, Accra, Eurostar Limousine Services, and media partners GH1 TV, and refreshed by Glenfiddich Whiskey.
Are you stressed searching for furniture for your home, offices, restaurants without compromising on quality and comfort? 2HB Home Decor is the perfect place for you. At 2HB Home Decor, we serve you with the best quality furniture from Italy and Turkey. Our furniture is made from the finest material, carefully crafted to provide you with comfort and style. We have sofa sets, both leather and fabric, dining sets, customized kitchen based on your specification and style, home security and normal doors, bedroom set, TV units, walk-in and normal wardrobe, wall frames, and many more. We provide free delivery, free installation, tips on decor inspiration with optimum quality assurance on every purchase. What more could you ask for? Locate us off the Spinters Road, adjacent Compu Ghana. Contact us on 0505 286 013. 2HB Home Decor, quality, comfort, and style.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying here with us. The question for today is, do designers make stars? You can also be a part of the conversation by getting on our social media platform. Facebook is SlayersTV. Instagram, Twitter is SlayersTV GH. Joining us to do the discussion today are great industry players. I have our very own Kofi Laing, who is a fashion designer behind the brand Kokude. Kofi, traveling in and out.
Hi, it's good to be back.
Yes, good to be back and good to have you.
Thank you.
Next to Kofi Laing is also a great Ghanaian fashion designer, Ami Yomekpe, behind the brand Mode. And joining us for the very first time is, I'm so much excited to meet him today, Ghanaian broadcaster and fashion designer, Kofi Okyere Darko, KOD.
Great to be here.
We are glad to have you on Slayers. You've been serving us. Yes. So we are asking, do designers make stars? I mean, does every celebrity have style? Now we have Nathaniel on the screen. Ami, what do you think? What's Nathaniel's style?
Nathaniel is always dressed. He's like the suave man. He always looks put together, whether he's in a kaftan or he's in a three-piece suit or he's even wearing a t-shirt with sneakers. He always makes the effort to look the part, and well done to him. He's been consistent.
KOD, I think you guys have something in common.
Yeah,
you
we
and
do,
yeah.
we actually do. I mean, Nathaniel is one of my closest friends. You know, he is our MC for this year, together with Nanaba Namwa. Our Rhythms on the Runway. Now, this outfit was won at the Emmy Awards, made by Elikem Kumoji.
Elikem, yeah.
And in actual fact, that's Nathaniel's face in the outfit. I wouldn't have the nerves to do it. But listen, when I saw, I was like, Nathaniel, this looks good on you. And it takes a lot of, you know, psychological toughness to do some of these things. He's wearing his face. And it looks good.
Yes.
You know, and it looks good. And Ophelia told Elikem, come on, make one of these for Kofi. I'd want to wear this in black. You know, I'd want to wear this in black. I think that...
This is creativity.
Silhouette.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that could work on you too. Yeah. Black and white, probably.
Yeah. You know,
I think Elikem did well on this.
Oh yeah,
This is a lot of
it was
creativity.
amazing. It was amazing. And Nathaniel, when he's wearing his suits, he rocks them pretty well. You know, when he decides to just wear simple jeans and t-shirt or a shirt, you look at him. You know what I mean? He has a personality.
Okay.
Over time, he's been very consistent.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And I just want to add to the Nathaniel part that if you have to appreciate Nathaniel style, you need to get to know the person.
Yeah.
You really need to get the person. This guy is extremely disciplined.
Okay.
You know, he's one of the most disciplined human beings you will come across, and he's consistently disciplined. And so, you know, I used to, when I first bumped into him at Joy, anytime he used to see me, he used to go, "My vanity brother." Right? I used to find that quite interesting. So it made me pay attention to him. And over the years, every time I bump into him, I'm excited because it's just Nathaniel.
Okay. Now, talking about Nathaniel and that event, I know Elikem designed the outfit and then he styled him. Who should style a celebrity? Should it be the designer or a stylist? That's an interesting one.
I mean, the people who go to stylists and then the stylist decides who they want to work with based on the person's personality, which means this whoever the stylist is needs to understand the person they're working with. You know, because you don't have to bring me baggy jeans to wear. Come on.
Yes.
I don't wear them.
Okay.
So you need to know me
Okay.
to style me. So it starts with knowing whoever you're styling. And then again, there are certain personalities. I mean, many years before I got on into fashion, right from the birth of Ms. Malaika, Ghana Music Awards, or hosting any live TV show, no one ever styled me. And I always asked producers, like, get me someone, like, no, but you will do anything for you. Do you understand?
Yes.
But then seriously,
that is why earlier on I said you double as a stylist.
I know, by the way, times I thought, well, it'd be nice for someone to, put me together. There are only two people, no, actually three people who did it. Kofi Ansan, got beaten several times before we finally finished. Kwesi Nti for the first. Exactly.
That's still a designer styling.
Okay.
Yeah, but then they understood who they were working with. Exactly. You know, Kwesi Nti for the first two Miss Malaikas, close to 20 years ago. And then Mauli Okujeto for an event, something we did. I think Rothman's DJ challenge back in the day.
Okay.
But it's interesting to note all the three gentlemen he's mentioned, they're all designers.
Yes.
So what has happened over time is styling has actually just become a recent phenomenon. For us here in Ghana, it's a recent phenomenon. So what you've had over time is designers actually, because they design for people, they are able to understand what to ask you or how to interpret what you would look good in, what would look good on you. So they played a double role. Some of us still do that. But then now with the styling industry coming out, people are also finding out that, okay, I might not be able to design clothes, but I know how to put clothes together. So that's where the stylist now comes in and is now a job. Let me put it that way. It is a job. It is something that needs to be taken seriously. So as we navigate that, we also have to be clear that, okay, yes, styling is something that can be taken seriously. And some designers can also play the dual role of being a designer / stylist. Some designers also can't. So as Kofi said, knowing who you are and what would look good on you helps in the long run to determine whether you will need a stylist or you can find a designer / stylist who can help you, because then they are making the clothes as well as putting it on you.
Kofi?
Well, I guess the question here really is, are all designers stylists? You know, in essence, maybe not. But if you want to pick a stylist, you probably just need to pay due diligence to how the person themselves dress and carry themselves. And you say, okay, you know what, I like this designer, and I like how they actually style through their clothes on the runway, whether it be rhythms on the runway, how they dress themselves. Then you can start to think that, okay, maybe this designer can go that extra mile of making recommendations of what will work for me. But not all designers make stylists. It's actually a big industry of people actually going to study to become stylists, and these people have degrees in them, and they come out understanding how the whole fashion industry works, and when they meet you instantly, they're able to deduce by asking you so many questions how to pick the right sort of designer for you. So it's essential that a stylist role exists in the fashion industry, but I don't think all designers make good stylists.
Okay.
But KOD, right?
Yes.
He's designing and he wears it well.
Yes.
So there's a reason why he's sitting here today.
Trying to be like Kofi easy.
Kofi designed for Bisakede and styles him as well.
We're still working on it. Bisa is very busy.
Okay, let's look at Kumi guitar on our screens and then hairstyle. Kofi.
Kumi guitar, KOD and I were having this conversation
He was
earlier.
trending during the VGM.
Yes, yes. That outfit was interesting.
Yes.
But you know, I've listened to Kumi guitar, and Kumi guitar's music is authentic, high life. You know, he's trying to keep it real, and that is commendable. I was one of those who stood up and were very critical about his outfits that was being perceived as a dress.
Okay.
And we sat here and we had that conversation. But KOD said something that resonated with me, that we probably need to take a little bit of pressure off these people, right? So who needs a stylist? Kumi guitar needs a stylist.
Okay.
Does he need it? Will he die if he doesn't have one? No, he won't. So he can live his life and be Kumi guitar and won't judge him, right? And it won't, maybe it will not affect his fame. However, if Kumi guitar wants to step out of his usual scope of where his reach is in terms of his music, he may then start needing to see whether or not his current style appeals to a bigger populace outside Ghana's borders. And that's maybe where he might need a stylist, but it's not essential.
Is that not arguable? Let's look at a few people. Let's look at Sting in England. You know, Sting is in his 60s.
Yeah.
Would wear simple jeans and t-shirt.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That I agree with.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre and Jay-Z until recently
Yeah,
wear
he
their
didn't
black
really
on
wear-
black jeans, baggy jeans and black t-shirts, and that's it. Dr. Dre still dresses up like that. You know, you won't find him wearing it. I've never seen a picture of Dr. Dre in a suit.
Okay.
And we appreciate them for the music they give us.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're consistent in wearing their black.
Okay.
How many times have you seen Joy Amani in a tie
Okay.
or wearing a suit? No, it's rare.
Okay.
You know, I think we give too much pressure to some of these guys, and in trying to keep up, they make more mistakes. Let's enjoy them for the music they give us. Using someone like Kwame Eugene as an
Eugene.
example. Come on, let's just appreciate the guy for the music he gives us. Let's not give him pressure and get him wearing whatever. Let him be himself.
But
I mean,
even
sometimes
going back
they
to Kwame
sell,
Eugene,
they sell the
I have
country.
seen an interesting improvement in Kwame Eugene's appearance. And I don't know who's involved with that. You know, and I'm sure we'll talk
Nico?
about him shortly.
I feel that if you do not cultivate your look now, when you are, for want of a better word, a local artist, when you go outside, you might not necessarily retain what is of you, because at that level, they are looking at what they can put together that will look good for the public.
Yeah.
When you get to that point, it's not about who you are and what you want. No, it's what looks good to the public, and that's what they're putting out there. But right now, you have the liberty and the chance to cultivate your own personal style, which should be synonymous to your music, because that is linked in a way. You might think it's not, but it actually is, because it's all a representation of what you have inside. Because the music comes from inside.
Yeah,
so does
within.
the style, yes. So then those things are linked. So if you pay too much attention, you're paying too much attention to the music. That's not necessarily a bad thing. But then also consider your outlook as part of the whole.
Okay.
Don't just say that, oh, focus on my music and that's it. Don't look at me. No.
But then again, still speaking about music, if we have proper labels, we'd have people who are in charge of what you wear.
Okay.
So that won't be your responsibility.
Your responsibility.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
And that
But we
falls
don't-
more under the branding
Branding,
side. When people
exactly,
start looking at the brand.
exactly.
I want to add about silhouettes. There are certain people that when you put their silhouette up, you know it's them.
Okay.
Kiddy will probably be one.
Okay.
Bisakede will be one.
Okay.
KOD, you will know it's him
Okay.
without seeing a picture, right? People are Reggie Rockstone. So when we start going into that, that is when I was probably trying to say that is at that point where you need that person who can just fine-tune whatever brand you are trying to convey to the outside world. You know, Simon Cowell wears t-shirts and he's still branded. He's still branded.
I'll not cut you, but let's take a break. When we come back, we'll still have more to talk about. Stay on.
Hello, my name is Francis Abuti. I'm the head of digital marketing. Welcome to Power Create.
Are you stressed searching for furniture for your home, offices, restaurants without compromising on quality and comfort? 2HB Home Decor is the perfect place for you. At 2HB Home Decor, we serve you with the best quality furniture from Italy and Turkey. Our furniture is made from the finest material, carefully crafted to provide you with comfort and style. We have sofa sets, both leather and fabric, dining sets, customized kitchen based on your specification and style, home security and normal doors, bedroom set, TV units, walk-in and normal wardrobe, wall frames and many more. We provide free delivery, free installation, tips on decor inspiration with optimum quality assurance on every purchase. What more could you ask for? Locate us off the Spinters Road, adjacent Compu Ghana. Contact us on 0505 286 013. 2HB Home Decor, quality, comfort and style.
I mean, we've been talking about Jocelyn before, starting the show. Now she's here. Kofi.
Jocelyn just knows how.
What's her style?
Constantly brings it. Always. You know, she's always looking amazing. Hair up, hair down, hair bushy, whatever. She just knows how. And she dresses impeccably well. She understands her shape. And she puts the right clothes on her. Specifically for me, when she Bibina dresses Jocelyn, fire.
Okay. I
agree with what Kofi said. From her days on the One Show up to until now, going into the movies, back onto TV and all, you see somebody who understands her look. She's a lady. That's the word I would use to describe her, a lady. Very ladylike in her dressing. She's not a tomboy. She's not edgy. She's a lady. So she understands that.
She was a tomboy.
Funny,
Yes.
But then now it's a very beautiful lady when you see her coming, and that's the poise she also carries.
But it's interesting how she's changed.
Yeah, she's evolved.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Yeah, she's evolved.
Evolution.
Yeah, she's evolved. She's evolved.
You don't stay one way.
As a 16, 17-year-old girl growing up, actually did a beauty pageant.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I have those pictures.
I see.
And, I mean,
wow.
You know, when you see her relating to boys, that's a typical boy. She's a boy.
Right.
But then this is Jocelyn.
Yeah.
You know, elegant, monarch of all she surveys, and she rocks it very well. Yeah, any day.
Okay.
Any day.
All right, so let's move on. But Keo, the quick one, her style. What's her style?
I mean, this is the queen, you know. Any day she'd walk in, and you'd have to look at her.
Okay.
You know, she's one of those who's been very consistent since getting on the scene. Well, close to maybe 10 years now, and she's one of those who you'd find probably wearing jeans and a t-shirt, not really all dressed all the time. Jeans, t-shirt, and a jacket, and you still look at her for what she wears.
Yes. Okay, so we have a Chame Kwame. Could take it since you ended on that.
You know, on the day he actually wore this outfit, he came to see him like, if you say style, we want to share it. And I'd compare Ochame Kwame to Nathaniel Ato any day.
Yes.
When they decide to wear their
traditional,
they rock it very well. You know, with elements of you know, the traditional beads and bangles very well. When he decides to wear his tie, wear his suit, he does it pretty well as well. He's a guy, he belongs to the stage, you know, he performs all the time, he's on stage. So when he goes a bit loud in terms of colors, we can pardon him. Okay. Because we know what he does for a living. Yeah.
Do we agree he makes a lot of effort when it comes to, his looks and fashion?
Yeah, he does. He does, yes, he does. He does. Okay. And in terms of consistency, he's been one of them from back in the day, 1997, when they were getting ready with their debut album as Achame. Okay. Then you'd see them probably dress more like crisscross. Okay. But then he's evolved, go back and look at that, the sleeve, Okay. But then not turning it back like that, but, you know, those baggy jeans and colors like crisscross. You know, but looking at him over time, he's evolved. He's been consistent in terms of his physique and knows what is just right on his skin. Yeah.
One thing I like to commend Ochame Kwame on is he always tries to infuse an element from Africa or Ghana per se. So as I already mentioned, the beads, or there'll be a strip of fabric somewhere, or he's doing the full ntoma. he always tries in his own way to infuse that element in there, and that's very commendable.
And speaking of Charlie, listen, man, Ochebe Kwame he's had this half bowl for some time, you know. That's consistency. Don't joke with it.
And half bowl needs to come back. Some of us might not be able to do
Half bowl.
half bowl.
I'm sure there are some youngsters wondering what are they talking about. What is half bowl?
That is identity.
So it's become synonymous to him because he always has that. So
Kofi, I like Ochame. We've sat here and spoke about Ochame Kwame so many times. I would have loved to have that privilege of seeing Ochame Kwame in his early days, like Yodi said. What I have seen mostly is somebody who's always pushing the boundaries. You know, in terms of I'm going to try something different. I'm going to put, and for me, that is someone who is a pace setter, someone who's willing to take risks beyond the usual fundamental ways of dressing. We sat here and spoke about him, the half suit, this with the kente. Ochame Kwame is pushing the boundaries, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that because there's also a customer for that. You know, there are people who may be even scouting Africa for designs for the next for Wakanda movie, and those are the sorts of the things they might be looking at in terms of how to sell Africa to the world. So Ochame Kwame brings it, and I like it all the time. Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to our next. But before then, I'd like to ask this. This is an interesting question. How do you tell a celebrity who thinks they have style to listen to a constructive criticism to take on a stylist?
How do you break the news to them that they don't look good?
Not really. You will not tell them, I mean, you don't look good. Maybe you will tell them, I think you need a stylist.
Who's going to do that work?
No, I mean, if I should see Kwame Eugene.
What comes into mind quickly is what happened.
If I should tell Kwame Eugene you need a stylist.
Recently when she visited President Kufuor.
Yes.
You know,
you see, and if I tell you I need a stylist,
Yeah, and she's one person that's been lashed pretty often for not getting it right. Yeah.
But then at the VGMA, we were all praising her.
Yes,
I
we
mean,
were.
So that's the thing about consistency.
Yeah.
You see, you're not being consistent, and sometimes, yes, it will take you some time to find your feet. Yes. Even more so if you're doing it on your own. Yeah. So that's back to the point of what
where a stylist comes
in. Because then it will, he or she will help you get there much more quicker than if you were doing it on your own.
I know they've been trying to work with stylists, but maybe they've not found the right person who understands the brand they're trying to sell.
It has to be a right fit.
Yes.
So it just can't be anybody, but it has to be somebody who understands what they're also trying to put out there. So that's why you would have mistakes like this. And back to what KOD said, let's not be too judgmental. Some people take some time to find their feet, and that's okay. You're allowed to make some mistakes.
It's like being in a class.
You will make some mistakes till you finally settle, and then this is who I am.
Right.
So let's try to be a bit more understanding about such situations.
Okay.
And we've all sat down and looked back at our pictures in the old days and go, how the hell did I used to dress up like that, right? So...
All right, so let's move on to Kwame Eugene, Kofi's best friend.
You know I like him because there's the music, it's magic.
Yeah.
You know, I've got hooked onto his music now. I'm not kidding. I like Kiddy too, but Kwame Eugene, there's something very powerful about his voice. And we've sat here and talked about what he's wearing at different events, etc. And I have offered suggestions of what I think will work for his brand, right? When I saw this picture, the one on the left, I sent you a picture by WhatsApp.
Yes.
I took a screenshot and sent to you, and I said to you that this is the Kwame Eugene I am looking for, the African king.
Okay.
That is my perception of who I am hearing their voice. But that doesn't necessarily mean that is who he wants to portray to the world. So, is this guy cool on the right as well? Funky trainers, you know, this trouser look and etc. That is trending. People are wearing a lot of tracksuits now. It's trousers is almost like not in vogue as much as it used to be. So that is also cool. But if I'm taking Kwame Eugene to like a big presentation or selling him to an event or telling people about him and saying you have to listen to this guy, the picture I will send them for me, from the guy I listen to that I like,
is the traditional one.
Is the one in the traditional, that African king. Very much like I don't know if you've seen the movie Coming to America.
That's the whole idea. I mean,
I think that was what they were going for. It's very reminiscent of coming to America, the prince coming out in his whole regalia. That's back to what Kofi said. Yes, is that what he wants to be? Is that who he wants to portray to the world? Maybe, maybe not. So I see the same issues with him, with Wendy, trying to figure out who I am and what I want to portray. Am I the young urban guy? That's the guy on the right. Is that the image I want to portray? Is that how I want people to see me? Or I want to be the put together prince of Ghanaian high life? Or African, sorry, king of high life.
Yes.
Yeah, so then that's the gentleman on the left. So he's also taking the time or spending some time to really figure out where he is. And as I said, it will just take a bit of time. But then if you have the right people with you, you get to arrive at that destination much quicker. So it's just going to be some trial and error till he really figures it out. So that's my opinion.
Looking at the picture on the right in the T-shirt, I'm sure he was in front of a store, supermarket.
Yeah.
And then someone decided, exactly. I mean, he can't look like he is on the right in front of a supermarket. And you could, it's allowed. Yeah, it's allowed. You can tell this is meant probably a photo shoot or a video shoot or something like that. So we are like, let's leave him to be. Yes, he's still growing and evolving.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting show, but our time is fast spent. We need to make way for another show. But hey, next week we are still here on SlayersTV with our beautiful guest. Kofi is here, Ami is here, KOD, and of course myself. So make sure next week you are in tune with us here on SlayersTV, right here on this very station. You can see that our set is looking very lovely and of course classy. Thanks to 2HB Home Deco for making our set look very, very classy and beautiful. They are located on the Spintex Road and minutes away from the Regimanuel Junction. 2HB Home Deco deals in quality Italian and Turkish furniture for home decoration. Cura Living also for decorating the set with these beautiful flowers. Yes, we're on Facebook, SlayersTV, Instagram, Twitter, SlayersTV GH. On YouTube, it's SlayersTV Ghana. Don't forget Rhythms on the Runway comes off on the 31st of August. So make sure 31st of August you are at the Osu Castle and come and meet me live on the red carpet. Yes. My name is Maud Ade. Thank you so much for watching.